Hey guys, Gary here. Thanks for checking in. Today I am in Sturgis, South Dakota with
Pete Jr. from Defiant Munitions.
And if you have at all ever watched this channel or follow anything to do with Tremis Dynamics, you know that I have been a big fan of Defiant Munitions since before the first bullets were being sold. And found my way out here to the, I guess this isn't the Midwest, it's not really the far West. What do you guys call this region?
Home of the Sturgis Rally.
Home of the Sturgis, which just ended yesterday.
Yeah.
Wasn't here for the rally. So I called Pete and I said, hey man, I'm driving through town. What do you want to do? And he said, I want you to go buck yourself. But if you insist on stopping, you can come over.
Yeah.
And here we are.
That's true. It's Sunday and there's nobody here, thankfully.
So none of the machines are humming and buzzing.
That's right. Usually it's pretty loud in here. It's quite loud.
So it worked out pretty good in order to squeeze in a chit chat.
Yep.
And I thought we could talk about what you got coming out, like what's going on in the Defiant world.
Yeah, so we just released not too long ago our 308 line. 6.5 Creedmoor line was just like a week ago. So we got 6.5 Creedmoor available, 308 subsonic and full supersonic and 308. And we have a bunch of stuff in stock right now. We're getting ready to do 223, start running 223 again. We've been out of stock for that for some time. And we do have a little bit of 223 in stock, but
you guys have been hit by the supply chain issues, just like
big time.
Everybody else.
So, yeah, we also run a lot of contract stuff here, so there's a lot of stuff that we run that isn't normal, like Defiant production.
Yep.
So
somebody out there is getting Defiant quality and they don't even know it.
right, that's very
Lucky
true.
them.
Yeah.
So 308. I remember getting a text from you about what you were going to release. I got a text from you about what you were releasing in 308, and since it's newer to the product line, what do we got as far as weights and bullet styles? Because I know there's a couple different.
Yeah, so we do a 168 full power, and we do a 180 grain subsonic that expands, reliably expands, and yeah, that's what we do in 308. We do a 130. The 168 and 308 is a tipped bullet.
So that's the DDM?
Nope. That's the TCX,
okay.
Solid copper line. And then we do a 175 DDM, a 125 DDM, which is the DDM line. The difference between the two, I guess, is the DDM line is like cup and cordite bullets with like leaded bullets, and then the TCX is lead-free solid copper expanded.
But the 308 has a tip in the
right.
hollow. Okay.
Right.
All right. Now I'm tracking.
So yeah, sorry.
It's all right.
Yep. So yeah, the DDM line is our like more traditional cup and core line.
Right on. And I'm running the 55 grain DDM in my 5.56 gun for a bit.
Yeah.
Because that came out before the TCX.
Yep.
And now we got TCX in it too.
Yeah, we got 55 grain TCX now too.
And they are wildly accurate.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that 55 grain DDM load is super hard to beat. We carried that when I was a cop a long time ago. We carried that. That was our duty ammo. That 55 grain bullet. That thing works awesome. Like,
and
it's really good stuff.
I know a lot of folks out there right now are going, you need to run a 77 or a 69. Like they're yelling at me for running 55.
Right.
But I had all these tens of thousands of rounds of range ammo that's 55, and everything is zeroed for it.
Yeah.
So like I don't want to switch back and forth. Like I went to the range and ran a bunch of training ammo, and now I got to re-zero before I leave back into the good stuff. I'm like, Pete's got 55 grain. I'm just going to run that.
Yeah. Well, honest to God, like we do a DDM 77 grain, and there are a lot of people that say, well, you should be carrying 77. You've never shot somebody before, because that 55 grain DDM works a way better set. Those 77 grain bullets, they don't expand, and they don't kill people very well. They really don't. Just because the military uses it doesn't mean that it's good.
There's a lot of things that they use that can be improved on,
right.
like just about all of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the slogan, right? Defiant Munitions kills people.
Yeah, what is Dave Harrington says, kills better. I can't remember. I need to make a t-shirt for it.
Yes, it needs to have a shirt.
Yeah. Nothing kills better.
Yes, that's what it is. Nothing kills better. With all trademark apologies to Dave for putting it in the video. there's quite a few folks, not just me, speaking the praises of your ammo as well, because I just, like last week, saw Ed Head was talking about stuff, and obviously Super Dave loves it. Sonny Pazikas loves it.
Yep.
Even guys you may not have heard of, like Zach Bush over at Definitive Training Solutions loves it. So it's catching on pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you tend to see, you know, the people that are really serious about self-defense. You know, all of our 9 ammo is made in 50 pack right now. I mean, Blue will probably eventually do 20 pack, but you know, people that are serious about self-defense, you know, carry our ammo, like the people you need.
Yeah.
So.
And I think the 50 round box is awesome. Like a 20 round box fills a magazine.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone that carries a gun seriously that carries just that. Like, there's going to be a couple reloads, and like I got to fill all them up. So why not do the better deal with 50 in a box and all less packaging and all that bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and at first, when you guys first released ammo and like nobody had seen it in their hands yet, I had folks tell me, "Well, that's a really expensive box of ammo. There's 50 rounds in there."
Right.
Now it's right in line.
Yeah, and if you do the math, I mean, I understand like our TCX 9115 is kind of a sticker shock. It's like $80 a box or whatever it is, you know. But if you break it down per round, we're really not that far away from, you know, other companies that are making somewhat similar product.
And for those of you that want to know about similar, how it stacks up in that similar, I'll put a link somewhere in this screen. However, YouTube, which gives you the link to the video I did with the gel test.
Right.
And that gel test was really one of the reasons that I was like, all right, well, I'm all in on Defiant. Mm-hmm. Like I've known you since you worked at the previous company, who we won't mention on video, and like I like you. Like I was sold on Pete Pie. I wasn't sold on the bullets. The bullet was just happened to be great too.
Right.
And when we compared them, like I just found every solid copper I could get and ran them, and I was like, oh well, this is absolutely overall the best of the bunch.
Yeah.
I was impressed with the work that you put into it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, and really, I mean, you and, you know, a couple other guys were really the first people that followed me from, you know, Defiant, you know, and believed in me, and that really meant a lot. So.
Yeah, and of course I was like, well, I like Pete. Like he's my bro. If I can do something to help him, I will. Yeah. And like I don't want anyone to think that they're, you know, we're not pals. You know, complete transparency and all that. But that's why with that when we did the video for the penetration, like I wanted it all on video. I wanted people to see, so they weren't just thinking, oh, he's friends with him, so of course he's gonna go pimp his shit.
Right.
If it was mediocre amongst that group, that's what I tell people. Oh, it'll do fine.
I would expect nothing less. I mean, if our ammo didn't stack up against somebody, the truth needs to be told. I'm not that kind of guy. You know, if somebody makes better ammo than me, or somebody makes good ammo, then they make good ammo.
Yeah, like nothing wrong with that.
That stuff kind of works better than mine, or works just as good. Okay, it's the truth.
Yeah, it is.
Like, you know, like Federal HST. Federal HST is good ammo.
It's good. I have no issues when people are like, hey man, I'm gonna buy HST. Oh, that's good ammo. Like you should absolutely do that.
I agree. It's good ammo, and I would be arrogant and stupid to say that it's not.
Well, and you're, I'm going to get the initials fucked up, I'm sure, but you're 124 grand, whatever.
Yeah, our 125 DDM is what I designed to compete with the Federal HST.
And like, so it'd be silly to say, well, that's no good when you made a round.
Yeah, to compete with it. So I tried to compete in price as best I could, and bullet performance is. I mean, I've actually had some outsourced people that I don't know test it against Federal HST, and they said that they prefer my performance over HST. Does it perform better? You know, maybe in some aspects, yeah. I mean, you know, we try to, you know, beat performance of everybody's, but you know, yeah. I mean, it performs very, very similar to HST, and you know, in some aspects it performs better. So.
I think I got a box or two at the house of it, so.
Yeah.
And I don't shoot that weight, but. Like I've been sold on solid copper for a number of years.
Yeah, solid copper that's where it's at.
Yeah,
I think.
I agree.
So, yeah.
So anything coming in the future you want to hint at?
Well,
we've had a conversation off screen, so I know things. Yeah. But if you wanted to hint at anything, here's your opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, we're of course, you know, looking at expanding our line, you know, our TCX line for sure. That's our number one, you know, line that we try to push. And we'll always do a DDM version of it. So like when I do 45 or 380, we will always have a DDM line of that. And 10 millimeter, 40, things like that, we will always have both TCX and DDM lines. So I guess, you know, we're working on 380, 10, 40, 45, things like that. Some other hunting cartridges. And, you know, as soon as the biggest problem is getting primers and components, it's been a really big challenge to get primers right now. And,
everyone,
you know, that's what's kept me from introducing more cartridges, is what's going on in our industry. I mean, if things were like they were, you know, a year and a half ago, I would already have 380, 10, 40, 45.
I'm sure everyone watching this has seen the issues with ammunition.
Right.
Because they're paying for it. Like the places that have something, they're going to pay out the nose for it.
Exactly. They're right. Yep.
So awesome. So we got some new things coming out, and some new things that have just come out. What's the 6.5 Creedmoor? What I don't shoot that caliber, but like what's the weight and stuff?
Yeah, it's 130 grain, 130 grain solid copper projectile. We haven't done a DDM line on it yet. We're working. I'm working towards that. But it's 130 grain solid copper expanding bullet, 2,800 feet per second, out of a 24-inch barrel or something like that.
So for you weirdos that shoot those oddball calibers like 6.5 Creedmoor or 6.66 Lucifer or whatever else is out there, there's that too.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the common weight. Like I had to ask as a guy. No clue. But so that's cool. We're gonna when we finish this video, we're gonna hang out and do what guys do and talk bullshit and make fun of people and whatnot. But I wanted to make sure we got something on video so that folks knew that I stopped.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That you're here alive and kicking, doing well, pumping bullets out. And
Yeah, we've been putting as much out as we possibly can. I mean, there's days we work on the weekends. So just
I'm glad it's not this day. Well, this is kind of work. This is like marketing.
Yeah.
And for those of you that aren't aware, there is a Tremis discount code. I believe it is TREMIS 2021.
Yep.
Is what it is.
Tremis and then the year
2021.
So and then at the end of the year, you know, in January it'll be Tremis 2022.
That sounds great. And if you come to Tremis Dynamics class, the live fire class, not a force on force or a seminar, there is a chance to win a free box of Defiant Munitions.
That is true.
So
Tremis is the only people that do it.
So if you want to get every live fire class, I'm giving one of those away.
Yep.
So
that's the only place you can get that.
So come on out and we'll maybe get you some free ammo. If not, we can get you some discounted ammo.
Yeah.
But we'll always get you quality ammo.
That's for sure. So.
All right. You all take it easy out there, and we'll catch y'all later.
Yep. We'll see you guys.
I'll cut that part out too. All the bloopers may make the after credit section.
Yeah.
You'll have to have some bloopers too. Those ones not all
the whole video might be a blooper.
It could be. All this, the intro credit, the outro credit, and then the bloopers.